If you're a veteran of the series, you should know what to expect. However, with every new Monster Hunter brings new hunters of all ages. So after 50 hours of hunting everything in the game multiple times, can I recommend Monster Hunter Wilds? The short answer is absolutely. I'm using footage from the very first hunt in the game, so there will be no spoilers in this video. Everything I mention will have been in the beta or in the trailers. The story is simple enough. Help young Nada find his family and tribe, then figure out what happened to them or what it was that attacked them. There are more twists and turns, but that is the simplest explanation without getting into the nitty-gritty details. Let's start by getting the difficulty argument out of the way. I started playing Monster Hunter with World and still could not solo half of the monsters even a few weeks ago after trying again to get myself hyped up for Wilds. That being said, I played through all of Rise solo 3 times. I also acknowledge the wire bug helped a massive portion of those runs and still had a small issue, not big issues, but I had some issues carding to some of the monsters. Wilds has been very easy. I've only failed maybe 2 quests due to carding. Some of the monsters are tough, but it's never in a consistent fear of, am I actually going to lose this? If this is your first Monster Hunter, don't expect it to be simple. Don't expect it to be a walk in the park, but I found the difficulty to be underwhelming. Even for someone who put hundreds of hours into World, I still could not solo quite a few of World's monsters, compared to soloing 100% of Wilds with zero fear. Sound design is off the charts. Everything in the game, from monsters and otherwise, has its own unique flair. Not to mention, for the first time in the series, your character is fully voice acted. As in previous titles, it was relegated to grunts. Not to mention, there is an option to have your cat companion, the Palico, speak or meow. Voice acting is really well done. The only complaint I had was more in the writing rather than the acting, and that's the character of Nada. He was overly annoying, and I find this in many of the games where the writers rely so much on the annoying aspects of children and not trying to let them grow as a person, that it takes my immersion completely away. The music of the game was composed by, and I'm probably going to butcher this name, or these names, I'm sorry, Akiyuki Morimoto, who worked on the music for Resident Evil 7, as well as its accompanied DLCs. The Monster Hunter World Iceborne expansion and Exoprimal. The other composer was Miyawako Shinan, who worked on Resident Evil 7 and its DLCs, as well as Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, for context on their previous work. The music is intense, but it never gets to Resident Evil levels of intense. So the fact that this is one of a few games outside of Resident Evil that these composers have actually worked on is quite impressive, and it shows the versatility of Capcom's in-house composers. Graphically, the game looks like $1,000,000. No complaints here. I was playing on the Xbox Series X. Though going from Rise to Wilds, it was a tonal shift. Rise was very vibrant, bright colors. This went with the more world approach of, I don't want to say dull, but it's a darker tone. It's almost like they were trying to go more realistic with it all. Gameplay is just as you would suspect from a Monster Hunter, yet somehow feels smoother than ever. I have played Hammer for 2 games straight now, and never really felt the power like I did in Wilds. The new wound mechanic does wonders for making every hit feel impactful in one way or another. I will say it like this. I tried Hammer in World, and I could not for the life of me. I just couldn't grasp it. Rise, I got it a little more, but like I said, that was with the wire bug. Somehow with this, it clicked for me. Overall, if I had to rate the game out of 10, which I hate doing, I just don't like it, it would be a solid 8.5. Maybe a 9. There is always room for improvement, but overall, this game is a massive improvement to gaming compared to what we've been seeing. I will mention I've heard PC has optimization problems. The guys that I have done a few hunts with don't experience anything drastic, just some graphical glitches. But they're also not trying to run it on the max settings. And that's just what they've said about it. I personally can't say one way or the other, though a PC port should be properly tested and optimized before release, and this is not the first time I've heard of Capcom having issues with PC ports. I hope you guys liked the video. Drop a comment down below, let me know what you think, and be sure to subscribe. I will catch you all in the next video.